Hello, 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 everybody. Hi, my name is Eve. This is Eve's Creations Paint Party. It's Friday night. What? Fall is a hoot. Oh, yeah. We're doing our hootie owl, and you know who's excited to say hello. So, here we go. Say hi to your fans, Butters. Say hi, buddy. What are you doing? I know. You're so excited. You get excited. I know. You say hi. Okay, here you go. I was already ready for him. You guys like that? We're just going to scooch. We're going to scooch. All right, we're scooching. There it is. Handy dandy table time. Don't ask me what the white paint did, but we got white, yellow, red, blue, black, same colors every single time we paint. The weapon, oh, I almost dropped my soda over. You guys see that very long straw? Yeah, that almost just did me in. So, we got Fluffy in the house. He's a large Fluffy. We got Big Boy. He's a 1-inch flat. We have Mr. Nifty, of course. Anybody who sends support $5 or more, you get those for free. We've got Mini-Me. He's a small shader. And we got Tiny. He's a small round for details. When you clean your brush, you want to swirl, you want to tap, you want to dab on your paper towel, you want your bristles to be wet but not dripping. Roll call time. I see everybody coming in saying hello, Debbie. How are you doing this evening? Joan's here. Hi, Joan, with her little frogger. And Tina B, my OG Tina B, is hanging out with us tonight. And Laura is here. Oh, yeah. Laura and I had a good time last night, and we got Cindy hanging out with us tonight. Hello, Cindy. How are you, darling? All right. What's up, everybody? Kimberly's here. Got to go back to the list. Now you get to see all my chins. So, let me put you guys in your handy dandy holder. All right. It's Who Gives a Hoot time. Oh, yeah. Everybody thank Tina B for the owl idea. We are having a hootin' good time tonight, and yes, I'm probably going to say a whole bunch of owl reference jokes. Just deal with it. You guys ready for your jolt? Oh my goodness, Gene, where you been? It's electricity time. Okay, I'm working on a 16 by 20. It is 16 this way, 20 straight up and down. If you're working on a different size canvas, that is fine. As long as you're in the general area that I am in, you will be fine. Okay, let's see. What do I got to tell you guys? I always tell you all sorts of stuff. Gene, where you been? Huh? All right, those of you following my Make 'em Ups journey, I absolutely love fall. I love fall makeup. I treated myself to a new blush. It's like really pretty, like a purpley color. Anywho, so that's the Make 'em Ups. And let's see. Yeah, Gene, where you been? Okay, so all of my videos are kid friendly. I'm gonna try to watch this thing. If you guys could watch your comments, it's always absolutely free to watch, but support is appreciated. Stars is enabled. No, Joan, I did not look into the stars compensation thing. I didn't get to it. I don't know. Yeah, I'll figure it out. I don't know where to look or how to look or whatever. So, but I will figure it out. But stars for me, it's about a penny each. That's what it was. If they changed that, I don't know. But we're going to stick to that story tonight. So stars are about a penny each for me to send support. So thank you guys in advance, everybody that hits the stars. You guys have been absolutely stellar with that, and it is 6,000% appreciated. The PayPal link is being posted. So if it's in your way, I think you just X out of it. There's my Venmo. And let's see. Find that. See, this is why I tell you to go to my website, because this takes me forever to find the buttons to share with you guys. But if you go to my website, www.evesartistry.com, you'll find everything you need there. There's a button that says support. There's a button that says linked to bring in all my social media. Hey, Robert, how you doing, darling? You're at work watching. I'm painting with me tonight. All right, Laura. Sounds good. All right. I got Cindy. I'm scrolling. Hold on. Why is it's there? It is. Okay. So I got Cindy. I got Kimberly. I got Jean. Yeah, I missed you too, darling. And let's see. We got Laura, who is painting with me. Robert's watching from work. And we've got Carolyn in the house. Hello, Carolyn. How are you doing, darling? Okay, so I posted the links for support. Any little support helps. If you do send me support via Stars, Venmo, PayPal, $5 or more, make sure you direct message me on Facebook. There's a message button right on the top of my page. Send me your address. You will get your free brushes. Okay? What else? Oh, so just an FYI, you're not tonight. That's why I started doing Halloween early, because good old mom, I'm leaving for the cruise. I'm going to be missing 2 Fridays. All right? You guys are going to have to find something else to do with your Friday nights because I'm not going to be here. 2 weeks, guys. 2 Fridays. I just looked it up. So we're going up into Boston, New England, Canada. It's going to be absolutely epic. I'm going to take a lot of pictures. Kid-friendly, Eve. And I'll share with you as much as I can, okay? So, but 2 Fridays. I am going to film reruns. You got it. You're going to try to paint Tina B? Awesome. It was your idea. You should try to paint it. I am going to, after I hit the button with you guys tonight, I am going to film a Hey Eve for you guys. One more little Halloween picture. Thank you. Oh my goodness, your name just flew out of my head. I can't believe I just forgot your name. Anyway, shared a really cute picture of ghosts, and I'm going to recreate it as a Hey Eve, and I'm going to post those for the next couple weeks, so you guys have something to play with before the holiday. And then when we come back, it's going to be fall, y'all. Yeah, I do fall. It's not Christmas yet. Home Depot, Walmart, Target, my one girlfriend, it is not Christmas. Let the turkey be eaten. Then it's Christmas. Y'all want Christmas here, and then by the time Christmas comes, you guys are over it. And Aaron's, yeah, exactly, Robert. All right. So, I think I covered everything. We got to get started on this. There's a lot to do, but it's lots of fun. Nice and easy things, guys. You've all done this stuff before, so no worries. And if you screw up your owl, that's okay, because the white highlights are going to totally save you. All right, guys. So, and no, it's not a blank canvas underneath. You want to have them ready to decorate with or give as gifts. Okay, if you're crafting, it's a different story. If you're crafting and making things, preparing for the holiday, that's a different story. But if you got Christmas lights up on your house, you need to go see a doctor. That's all I got to say. All right, here we go. No, it's not an empty canvas. Deal with it. It's not the almighty blank canvas tonight. I'm covering this up. We're covering it up. So, we're going to swirl, tap, dab, big boy. And we're going to do a whole lot of yellow. We're doing yellow, like, pretty much. I'm going to do a whole lot of white because I'm covering this up. But you're going to do a whole lot of yellow. The whole, like, top 2/3, right? So go past halfway, go all the way down here. And you are going to do yellow and white. I'm doing some white first just because I got to cover some of this up. Alright, so, but you, if you're working on a blank canvas, you can do yellow and white right now. Yellow and white. Hey, Kelly, how are you doing, sweetheart? Where you been? Boy, people coming in out of the woodwork tonight. Jean is here, my good old panda pants, and Kelly's showing up. Hey, Kelly, it's ketchup mustard time. Who wants a hamburger? That will never die. I just flung white paint, like, seriously, all over myself. I just totally flung white paint all over myself. So, anyway, those of you that are new to me, Kelly used to paint with us a lot. Used to. And every time I would say it's ketchup mustard time, she would mention that makes her want a hamburger. So it became a thing, and it is still a thing. And every single time I say ketchup mustard, in my mind, I think of who wants a hamburger. And I am just flinging white paint everywhere. You want a hamburger, Robert? Why does that not surprise me? Yeah, I just flung paint in all sorts of directions. Not really sure where it all went to, but it went everywhere. Alright, so you may have to get one tonight. You may. Yes, Kelly, you did. You posted your Jason picture. I saw it. It is Friday the 13th, guys. It is Friday. Oop, I just splattered my face with white paint. What is up with the white tonight? Look, look. You guys see that? Look. I got white paint all over my face. Behave, Robert. Look, on my nose. Everywhere. You're not an artist if you're not painted as much as your canvas. I got it all over my shirt. I got it everywhere. Everywhere. All right. I'm going to grab my yellow now. You got black freckles all over your face last night, Laura? Yeah, those, so Laura, on TikTok, we do a thing where 4 artists get together, of different styles, and we all paint the one theme, and Laura was our special guest. Yep, black freckles everywhere. Yeah, Tina coming in with the hubby message. Are you guys seriously talking to each other on my live about picking up dinner and getting a gallon of milk? Oh my goodness, when I say we're family, it's no joke, man. We are seriously family going on here. We are seriously family. Lynn! Hey, Lynn, where you been? Oh my goodness, everyone's coming in. Jean, Lynn, Kelly. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. What else is going on here? Like 100 comments just popped in at once. You splattered white paint at the same time I did. Right, Kelly? I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I freaking love you guys. What do you want to eat? That's hysterical. Yep, Kelly, yep. It's not, you're not painting if you're not splattering. That is for darn sure. Alright, so, hey, Dawn, how you doing, darling? There you are. I was telling everybody, my Hey Eve is going to be, your idea. Your idea. What did I do? White and yellow paint, darling. That was it. That's as far as we got. White and yellow. Thank you, Kelly, so much. Appreciate it. Yeah, it's gone. It's all gone, baby. There's no sheriff tonight. Sam's not here, so you guys all have a free ride because I can't pay attention to all that kind of stuff. Why use the white paint with the yellow? Because yellow doesn't show up on its own, darling. And even though you're doing it on a white canvas, you want more of a base of yellow and white because when you go to do the next layer of yellow, it's going to pop even more. That's why we're doing yellow and white, even though it's in your world, it's a blank canvas. Because it kind of gives a binder for the yellow to stick to, and having the white there, you can turn around and have your yellow pop even more. Okay? Alright. So, we're putting this dangerous thing away. And we're going to get out our... let me go down a little bit further. Alright, go down farther than what you want it. Go down further than what you actually want it. Okay, so you're leaving enough room. Make sure you have enough room. So we're going to go all the way down. We're going to leave about one hand on the bottom. I'm sorry. I am so distracted by Tina and Robert, like, having their little hubby-wife conversation right now. Yep, laying down the white first, Kelly. It's a game changer. It is a game changer. Okay, so we're gonna get out Fluffy and we're gonna do some smushing. Now, when you do your smushing, we're smushing this in. So you gotta make sure that you're leaving enough room for your owl and your tree. Don't be smushing all the way up here, okay? Just about a hand's worth from the bottom. I know smushing is fun, and you can get carried away. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right, so we're swirl, tap, dab, and Fluffy. And we're going to grab white. And you can grab whatever colors you want. Doesn't matter. So I'm going to grab white and red. This is just layer 1. And we're just tapping in the base of where our foliage is going to be. And like I said, it's layer 1. It doesn't really matter. So I'm going to do a little bit of red and white. I'm going to grab, that's right, Robert. That's right. I'm going to grab some yellow, white, and red all on my brush here. So the main component is white. Like Kelly said, we're putting a base in. We want something for the colors to grab onto. Yes, it's a white canvas, but it just makes the see-through colors of yellow and red work that much better. Alright, I'm going to grab some red. I'm going to grab some blue. I got yellow on here. That's going to just make a darker color. So right now I am just smashing in layer 1 of some textures. Okay, we're not too concerned. I'm going to smush my brush out of all the paint that's hiding in it. There we go. And again, keep this small. Keep it small. The more you play with it. Remember, guys, the more you play with it. So I'm smashing that in. Yeah, Kelly. When are you gonna get back to painting again with us? Hello? Miss doing other things? Doing your scrapbooking and everything else cool that you do? Diamond painting? I'm watching. Robert said, Mama Eve in the house. You guys might not think I'm paying attention. Sometimes I am. Alright, I'm gonna go back to grabbing yellow and white. I didn't clean my brush, guys. I am just grabbing random colors and smashing it on here. Making layers, jumping around, making little clusters of color, right? Little clusters of color as I drop this in. Okay, you could already see that there's layers going on. Alright, and if you like the pastel look, heck, you could keep it like that and make it a spring painting. Alright, now we're gonna swirl, tap, dab, Fluffy. And now we gotta pay attention to what we're doing. So, I'm gonna swirl, I'm cheating, I'm cleaning Fluffy off in my sink. I'm cheating, I'm a cheating. Okay, so, now, you can do whatever colors you want to do. On the original, one side is fall colors, the other side is green colors. So this side was fall, like the fall colors. This side is the muted greens. You know, because some people like this, some people like this, some people like both. So it is totally up to you how you want to do this. Okay, what colors you want to put in for your background foliage. Alright, so this, we need to pay attention. And this is where we're, yeah, you do have a lot of hobbies, darling. This is where we're going to turn around and just use the color, no white. All right, so I'm going to grab my yellow. Start with your lightest color first. And I'm going to put a little bit on the tip of my brush. And we're going to go slowly and softly because this is the large brush and this has to stay small. Okay, so I'm going to find my halfway mark and I'm going to go above that. All right, and we're just going to tap in very muted tones. Okay. So there's, like, you can barely see it, right? And now I'm going to grab a microscopic amount of red. And I'm going to do a little smash, smash. Okay. Come in. And I'm going to do some light orange ones. Okay. Grabbing a little bit more paint. A little bit more paint. Okay, nice small taps. Nice small taps. Okay, leaving that fringe right there. That's the money maker right there, that fringe. Okay. Now I'm going to grab, when I say microscopic, I mean a microscopic amount of black. Like, hardly any. I'm going to come in where I just smashed that orange and that red and yellow together, and it's gonna give you a brownish green color, red, brown, whatever color it gives you, and you're just gonna pop a little bit of that in. Okay. Right, and then we're gonna come over to the other side. Right, this is the mossy green side, so I'm going to come over here to the other side, and I'm going to smack in some of the green color I just made, or if it's a brown, or if it's a whatever, it doesn't matter what colors it is. It doesn't matter. Okay, now I'm going to turn around and swirl tap dab my brush. I'm going to grab some microscopic red with my yellow again, and I'm going to go in with the lighter colors. I'm going to come over here, and I'm going to tap in another little piece in here. Okay, and tap in another little piece in here. Right? And now we're going to pull down. Right? We're going to pull down. And then we're going to do a lazy reflection, which means I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to go sideways. Okay? I'm actually going to take some of that green color on my finger and I'm going to pull down where the green is. Right? Wipe my finger off. And we're going to do a lazy reflection. Just smush it sideways. That's it. Boom. Just like that. Okay? And I'm going to come over on this side now. I'm going to make like a different brown color. Come in here. Tap in some of that. Right? Pull down. Take my finger. Zigzag zoom sideways. Just like that. Boom. Just like that. And you got reflections. Oh yeah. Now, we're going to swirl tap that big boy. We're gonna swirl tap that big boy. I don't know why I keep breaking out in song tonight. Sorry, you're gonna have to deal. We got Debbie in the house. Joan is here. Tina B, Laura, Cindy, Kimberly, Jean, Robert, Carolyn, Kelly, and Lynn going on. Robert, you better bring dinner home. You're gonna have heck to pay. Alright, I got Big Boy. Thank you, Lynn. I got Big Boy. I'm going to dry him off a little bit. This is how we do that. Alright, we're going to go in and we're going to pull down on our reflections one more time with a clean brush. Right? Go across. Lightly, very lightly, very lightly. Okay? Come over here, pull down on our reflections one more time. Alright, turning my brush sideways to get some streaky streaks going on. Wipe my brush off, very lightly go sideways. Very lightly, just like that. Boom. Boom! Alright, now I'm going to grab a little bit of black paint just on the tip. Just on the tip of my brush. Just the tip, everybody. So, stars is enabled, guys. If you want to start smacking stars, like I said, they're a penny each. If you're doing the Venmo and the PayPal, I appreciate it. Don't forget to, I'm going to zigzag zoom the tiniest little line you've ever seen. Okay, zigzag zoom, right across, and on this side. Okay, wiggle up, wiggle down. Right. There it is. There it is. Okay, I'm going to come over here, soften this out a bit. Alright. There we go. There that is. Okay. See? Just like that, you guys made foliage all the way in the background with reflections. Boom. Okay, now I'm going to take Mini-Me. We're going to take Mini-Me, and I'm going to take the tiniest amount of red paint. And I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to put in a couple little red pops going on. Okay, and then I'm going to come down here. Tap that in, down, cross. Right, grab a little bit more red, come in here, tap another little red one in, put the same shape in my water, couple little taps. Ketchup mustard time! Down, wipe off my finger, and across. It's ketchup mustard time for Lynn. Right? I'll chill out right after this step, darling. Alright, so I'm gonna take that brush that had the red in it. I'm gonna grab some blue. I'm going to grab some yellow. I'm going to smash this around and get like a, I don't know, dark green color or brown or whatever the heck it might wind up being. Come over on this side and do my couple little pops of the darker color on this side. Like I said, if you like the browns and the greens, that's what this side is. If you like the colors, okay, I'm going to tap this in. Right, kind of mimicking the same shape. Take my finger down and across. Right, come over here. I don't know. I think the owl's going to cover some of these up, but that's okay. you're still practicing putting these in. I'm going to put in another one right here. Another darker one right there. And tap in approximately the same shape. Down. And across. Okay. Alright, Lynn needs some ketchup mustard time. And I need to wash my hands. I need to wash my hands, and Lynn needs some ketchup mustard time. Got Joan hanging out with us. We got Kelly is in the house. We got Panda Pants hanging out with us. Tina B and hubby hanging out with us. We got people needing ketchup mustard time. We got Debbie and Joan and Tina B and Laura and Cindy and Kimberly and Jean and Robert, Carolyn, Kelly and Lynn. A whole crew. Tina M is hanging out with us. You love finger painting, Lynn? I'm telling you, it works like a charm. I call them lazy reflections. That's what I call them. Now, anybody in their right mind probably won't show you how to do reflections like that, but we all know I'm not everybody. I am definitely not everybody, that's for sure. Tina M, where you been? Everybody's coming in tonight. It must be a Friday the 13th or something. Alright, I'm going to swirl tap dab mini-me. And this yellow one over here didn't show up very well, so I'm going to just grab some yellow with a microscopic amount of red in it. And I'm just going to come in here and tap some of the edges so you can see this yellow one better. There it is. Thank you, Tina M. Yep, it is all gone. It is all gone. Alright, now we're going to do my favoriteest trick in the whole book. You got in the whole world. You guys know what this trick is. You know what this is. You've seen me do it 100 times. We're going to grab just yellow paint. And we're going to come up in here and we're going to make this all gold. Now, if this stuff's still wet, don't touch it. If it's dry, you can go over the edges. I'm just flicking the yellow onto the edges here to golden out the edges. Hey, Katie, how you doing, darling? What's going on? I gotta get some clean yellow paint. Do, 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 do. You know, Mr. B, if you got your tree color on your yellow, just clean your brush off. How you doing, Katie? Katie's here. Alright, and I'm just going to flick this into here. And like I said, if it's still wet, just wipe your brush off so you're not spreading it all over your sky. Yes, prayers and blessings to your husband, Tina M. Yep, I remember that. I remember you sharing about that. So, yep, and you too for, you know, and I'm just wisping this in to the tree part. Okay, and we're going to fill this all in with the pretty golden color. Yep, we are. And this is the part where doing the white first, now the yellow has something to stick to. I'm so glad you stopped in, Tina M. Okay, and I'm just going to dab where my trees are, in case anything's still wet. There we go, and across, across, across. Okay, and now into our water. Hit the top of my foliage I did before. Look at that. I love this trick. Look at that nice golden color on that foliage, the top of that foliage that we did before. Look, instant fall. Instant fall. I'm just grabbing yellow paint, guys. Yellow paint. That's it. Yellow paint. And we're putting it on. And if this is still wet, go carefully. Go carefully. Just dab and go careful. Okay. Or wait. Wait is probably a better idea. Wait is probably a better idea. Okay, oopsie. There we go. And over on this side. Oh, you're so welcome, darling. Alright. And put that in. Boom. There we go. Alright. Now, I'm going to grab white paint just on the tippy tip of Big Boy. I'm going to pull Big Boy across my palette and make sure he's a nice sharp edge. Cut you like a nice knife, right? And we're just going to come in here and close up. We're just going to cut across our water line. Okay. There we go. And if you want to put some into your water, you could do that. Very small, tiny, tiny. Tiny, tiny. It's far away. Tiny, tiny. Okay. Tiny, tiny. Alright. And on the other side. Alright. Cut this across. I'm going to wipe my brush off so it don't get thick and I have a nice sharp edge on it again. And we're going to just put in tiny, tiny little things in the water. Tiny, tiny. Okay, there we go. There it is. Alright, so you guys want to do a fall painting? That's it. Alright, you can do, when we did the bridge, we did the same thing. When we did the bridge painting, the purple bridge crossing over, that was this. So it's the same exact thing. Same exact thing. So you can do this background and throw anything up in the front. You know, the Adirondack chairs on the little boardwalk, the bridge, the more plants and trees, and boom, you have yourself a fall painting. Right, guys? So easy peasy, lemon squeezy. You guys got this. We're finger painting people, so, you know, we can do this. I gotta blow my nose. I'm sorry. Gotta listen to the honker. Alright. So, I can't believe it's the middle of October already. Like, anybody else, like, seriously looking at the calendar, like, what the heck happened to 2023? Anybody else, like freaking out like I am? And this month is extremely busy for me. Oh, that show I was supposed to do, I wound up not doing it because it rained buckets that day. Remember the show I mentioned to you guys? I wound up not doing it. Alright, so we're going to take Big Boy and we're going to mix all of our colors together. Got my dirty yellow going on here. I got my red. I got some blue. I got some white. Right? All this mess. And I'm going to smash it all together and we're going to make a brown. We're going to try to make a brown. Alright. Add some more blue to that. I need more yellow in there. So, we're just making a mess. We're making a mess. I need more yellow paint. That is the problem. I need more white paint. And we're going to need a lot of brown. Our owl is brown. So, you're going to need a lot of brown. Does it really, Joan? It goes twice as fast? Really? Yeah, like, I'm just like, so we're going to need a lot of brown. Alright? If it's looking too green, add more red. If it's looking too purple, add more yellow. If it's looking too light, add some more black or blue. Just keep mixing stuff together until you get it. Okay? And I grab some black. Alright, so basically you're mixing every single color on your palette together. And you will get a brown. Alright, we're dropping in tree. Hold your brush this way. Put it straight up to your canvas. We're going down the side so our owl fits right into the center. This is a nice big thick tree, so we're just going to go boom. Boom. There it is. There it is, just like that. Faster you go, straighter it's going to be. Alright, and we need this to be a big old tree. Big old tree. It's got to hold this owl. It's got to hold this owl. I'm going to grab some black paint. Boom. Instant shadow. Instant shadow. Yeah, it's like flying by. I'm going to grab more of my brown. Put that in. Right? Gonna make sure my edge is nice and crisp, right? Nice crisp edges going on. There it is. Dab through, add some texture. Alright, there's a branch going off this way. Swoop. Swoop. Then we have the branch going across for our owl. So, if you're not good at doing lines across, you know what? Turn your canvas and do it straight up and down. Alright guys, if you're not good at doing lines across, check this out. Because down is so much easier than across. So turn your canvas. Grab your blue with your little bit of black paint. You want your owl to be right here, right in the middle here. And we're going to follow here and we're going to curve, right? So right in this sweet spot. There it is. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Just like that. Turn your canvas the way it was before, and look at that. You got yourself a good old straight branch. Got yourself a straight old branch. Okay, now I gotta make the rest of my tree thicker to match the branch. Alright, so this tree needs to be thicker down here. And we're going to make it a little thicker here. Right? Because it's got to be able to handle this branch. Dabbing, right? To add texture. I'm going to grab my brown with the smallest amount of white in it. I'm going to come in here and then I'm going to curve that around, curve this around, all right, give it a whole big section. Just doing dabby dabs through my tree. More dabby dabs you do, the more texture it's going to have. Keep it moving, right? Don't keep painting over the same spot with brown. It will lift off, see? It will lift off. So don't do that. Right? I'm going to come over on this side. I'm going to add some texture onto this side. There it is. All right, now we need an owl. The owl is an oval. He's an oval. Find my center. Mark my center. Leave room for his head. Okay, the head's going right here. We're gonna swoop, swoop. Bring it in. Bring it in when you get to the branch. Swoop. We got an oval. Color it in. Color it in. Right? Everything's dabs. Everything's dabs with the owl because you want all the texture. You want all the texture. So everything is dabbing with your brush. Right? I'm going to grab my brown. And I'm going to go whoop, center tail. When you go down, you push a little harder, and that'll give you the little rounded shape right there. Tail piece here, tail piece there, tail piece here, tail piece there. All right, we're not too concerned with anything. We are just putting in our shape. All right, this is like a triangle right here. There it is. There it is. Okay, now we need his head. I'm going to wipe off my brush because it's starting to get to be a big mushy globby mess and we don't want that, so we're going to wipe off our brush. You guys are all zoned out tonight. What's going on? Alright, now I'm going to grab my brown paint again. And we're going to make ourselves, we're going to follow up this. We're going to follow up that side. And then we're going to swoop. And then you're going to grab some white paint so you can see what you're doing. And you're going to swoop that part. So now, everything's dabs. Now you can kind of see what you're doing, all right? So you follow up this side, you follow up this side, and you swoop this piece right here, and then you do a little bumpy bump right there. Once you have that in place for yourself, now you're going to put in the wings, grabbing white with the brown, and I'm going to fluff this way. Everything's fluffing. And I'm going to fluff this way. I'm going to take a little dark and I'm going to put it in here to fix the shape of my head a little bit better. Put a little dark in here inside the wing. Just grab black paint. That's all I did. A little bit of black paint. Okay, this is layers. It's layers and texture. So everything is dabs. Everything is dabs. And I'm fixing the bottom of my face, getting rid of those humper dumps there. Right, I just wanted those in so I can kind of tell where I was going. I'm going to grab some more black paint, and I'm going to come in here and dab some dark into the tail here. Right? More layers you do, the better it's going to look. And right now, we're just putting in some darks and some lights. That's all we're doing. Ketchup mustard time. All right, Laura. I'm gonna do one last thing, and then I'll chillax a minute. Stop obsessing over your owl. It's layer 1. If you don't have it perfect, you don't need it perfect. I'm taking Mini-Me, coming up here, and I'm gonna swoop his little ear shape in, and I'm gonna come up here and swoop a little ear shape in over there. Okay, and if they're looking huge, you just do a bigger swoop right there. Okay, so if you made those too big, that's okay. You can just make his head bigger. Alright, so the owl's head should be half his body. So mine's not that proportional. So his tail and his head should be the same size. And then his body should be twice that. So I have to make his body bigger and his head smaller. So if you want the proportions to be exacta, the head is half the body, and the tail is the same as the body. I mean, the same as the head. Okay, so head, body, 1, 2, tail, 1. That's the proportions. So if you need to make any adjustments, like I just did, make the adjustments now. Make the adjustments now. So your head, body, 1, 2, tail, 1. Okay, that's the proportions. Ba, 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 da, ba. And I am just dabbing and flicking and having fun with this. Everything is texture. Everything is dabbing. I'm putting a little swoops on the feathers here. Right? Okay. Just laying in some textures for myself. And that's it. Alright. Whilst Laura is stressing over her owl shape, and everybody else is stressing over their owl shape, I'm going to take Fluffy, and all I'm going to do with Fluffy is add more fall colors in the bottom. Alright? All I'm going to do. So, those of you that need ketchup mustard time, you can smush these in anytime you want to. So, I'm going to, remember those layers I created before? Alright, so I'm going to turn around and I'm going to grab just yellow. Always start with your lightest color first. And I'm going to come in here and I'm going to smash some just yellow areas. Okay, maybe grab a little bit of white with that. right? Bouncing, sticking and moving. Not smushing in one spot over and over again, so you get the darks and the lights within your smushes, okay, guys? Right? And maybe I want another yellow over here. Okay, and I'm going to grab a little bit of white with that. Stick and move. Just tap this in. Grab a little bit more paint. Okay, don't keep it moving. You smash into one spot too many times, it's just going to look like a mushy mess. You keep it moving. Okay, now maybe I'll grab some red on my brush. Come in here, smash some red. I didn't clean my brush. Right, so you can fill this area in with whatever colors you want to fill it. Grab some more red, maybe this area back in here, right? I don't want to do too much because I like the glow on our first layer. I don't want to cover that up. So maybe just some light taps. Something going on back there. Thank you, Tina M, for the stars. Thank you so much. You're a rock star, darling. Thank you. Gonna grab some yellow on my brush. I'm gonna come in here. Tap in a little bit over there. Right? I don't know. Grab some green. I don't know. I'm just picking colors on my palette here. Tap in some of this over here. Some of this over here. Some of this over there. Some of this here, there, whatever you want. Right? Just light little taps of stuff going on. Whatever colors you like better. If you like the greens, thank you, Tina M. Thank you so much. If you like the greens, do the greens. If you like the browns, do the browns. Right? Just around your owl, try not to do any browns. Because then it's going to get difficult for you to distinguish between the owl and the foliage. Alright? So try not to do any browns by your owl. If you like the browns and the greens, you want to turn around and do more greens by the owl. If you put browns, then you're going to have a hard time paying attention, figuring out the difference between the two of them. So, do the mossy green color instead. Okay, and let's see here. So I am just randomly grabbing colors on my brush and smashing them on here and seeing what comes out. Right? The whole trick is to keep it moving, stick and move. Couple little taps here and there of grabbing something different to make another little layer on the top of it. And you add whatever colors you want to add. It's your painting, it's your world, it's your foliage. Do what you want. And just make sure the layer that's down here overlaps the layers behind it. So when you're all said and done, go back to your colors of whatever's down here and make sure that it's overlapping what's in front of it, right? You're making layer, layer, layer. So this overlaps that, etc. Okay? And that's how you're going to get the depth in your foliage. And then you can come back in with Big Boy and just fix the lines in your tree. Okay, make them sharp again. Just going to do dabs where the foliage meets the tree. Right, adding more texture to my tree, grabbing brown, grabbing black. Okay, don't lose where this branch meets the tree, right? Don't lose that. Okay, there we go. Put that in. Right, more dabs you do of different colors, your browns and your blacks and everything else, the more texture you're going to have in your tree, the more realistic it's going to look. You guys already know, the more layers you do, the better it's going to look. Now, my original, which is available for off the easel purchase, right? Anything, if you guys do an off an easel purchase, you save $50. That painting probably has about, I don't know, 8 layers of paint on it. So, am I going to do 8 layers of paint with you guys? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're going to do one more layer, we're going to do the details, and then we're going to be done. But Mr. Owl over here, of my original, probably has about 8 layers of paint on him. Because you can see all the textures, all the different colors that are in him. Just grabbing different browns and grays and all sorts of stuff. Like you can see all the colors in his tail. Okay, so that is achieved just by doing layers and layers of color. Layers and layers and layers of color. Alright, even in his wings, underneath the white. Okay, so we're gonna do 3 layers. We did our first layer. We're gonna do our second layer where I show you how to tighten them up. We're gonna do our little trees. We're gonna go back, do the details, and we're gonna be all set. If you have any questions for me, 6,000% ask, so I can let you know. The owl is an easier shape than the raven. You guys banged that raven out of the park. So, that was totally cool. Okay, so, doing your next layers of color. And all those layers of color were done with a mini-me brush. This guy. So, yes, Eve is insane. Alright, that being said, we're going to come in here, and the one thing you want to remember is under his head, and under the wings, you want it darker. And I am just grabbing brown and black, and I'm flicky doing this in. And this is where you tighten up your shapes, and everything is flicky-do. Flicky-do, following the direction of the feathers. Flicky-do, 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 flicky-do. That's it. Okay, so I am going to put dark under his wing, under his head. And then I'm going to flicky-do into the middle. Everything is flicky-do, flicky-do, flicky-do. Okay, and right now the feathers were more of a reddish brown, so I'm grabbing red with my brown paint. Red with my brown paint. Alright, and we're going to flicky-do the feathers. Flicky-do, flicky-do. You guys getting it? Flicky-do, flicky-do. Lots and lots and lots of flicky-doing. Alright, red with my brown. Flicky-do, flicky-do. I mean, if you guys are using different brown paints, this is where you switch up between burnt umber and burnt sienna, Burnt sienna is more of a reddish tone. Burnt umber is more of the brown tones. So this would be umber, this would be sienna. If you are using brown paints, you keep it moving, guys. Don't fixate on one piece because brown does lift off if you play with it too many times. So leave it alone. Alright, so in his head, now what we're going to do is you want to make the heart shape. So I'm grabbing black paint from his ears. Okay, you're going to come in and make a triangle towards the center of his face. Right? And then you're going to put a little piece right here for yourself. Mark a little piece right there. Right? Even with the point on the triangle. And then you're going to start a little bit in, not on the tip of your triangle, a little bit in. You're going to swoop this around till about halfway. And then you're going to curve it into the point. So it's a heart. You're making a heart. That's what you're doing. Okay? So angles. Find your center. Make a heart shape this way and a heart shape that way. That's it. That's all you're doing there. Alright? I'm going to take my dark paint and I'm going to fluff in darker on the inside of his ear. I'm going to take my brown paint and I'm going to fluff in the browns around his ears. Like that. Oops, sorry, earthquake, I hit the camera. Right? Everything's fluffing. Everything's fluffing. Alright? The feathers on his face go up from that triangle. And you could soften that triangle out now. Blend it out. Now that you have your guide. Okay? The feathers go around the shape. Okay, so you're just going to follow that shape. Let me grab white so you can see what I'm doing. So you're going to follow that shape. Flicky-doo, flicky-doo. That's all you're doing. A whole bunch of flicky-dooing. I'm grabbing white so you can see what I'm doing, but you're going to follow this shape. Okay, and then the inside, you're just, oop, that was a lot of red. This you're just going to make flat. Okay, have it be different colors. Don't make it one flat color, but you don't have to worry about flicky doing. Okay, and then his tail. Find your center. Bring this down. Do your loop for your center tail feather. I'm going to grab white so you guys can see what I'm doing. So, center tail feather. Right? And then you do the ones on either side. Making them smaller and smaller as you get to the edge. Smaller and smaller. I'm just grabbing white so you guys can see what I'm doing. You want to do this in your brown colors. And then you flicky-do your feathers over the tail. So don't pay any attention to my colors. I'm doing it in these colors so you guys can see what I'm doing, right? You're going to play with your browns, your reds, and all those colors for yourself, okay? You just want to make sure your wings are lighter than your body. Your tail and your body are the same colors. Okay? These are all the same colors in here. Right? This and this match. The head's the same color as the body. Okay? Yours is an abstract owl. Hey, abstract owls work. As you're doing all this flicky-do, like this painting is a whole lot of flicky-do. As you're doing this flicky-do, you can adjust accordingly. Right? So as you're doing all this flicky-doing, you can just adjust accordingly. And also wait for it to dry, guys. If you're losing your texture and it's starting to get to be a big mushy mess, wait for it to dry. Let it dry, okay? Now, I got this textures and stuff going on because I was sticking and moving. If you noticed, I didn't paint the same area over and over and over again. I was moving, right? Around all the different areas. The wings, the tail, the body, boop, 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 right? If you're fixating on one section, it's going to become a big mushy mess, and then you're going to lose the shapes that we started with. At any given point, if it's starting to lose your shapes, you could always go, let it dry, go back, re-put those guideline shapes in for yourself, and then flicky-do them out and make your adjustments that way. Alright? So, this is not the end-all, be-all. You know, leave it alone, let it dry, and then go back in. Because if you're not, like I'm moving. You guys know that. I'm moving. If you're trying to get this awesome texture with one layer, first of all, that's not going to happen. You can keep trying now. But it's not going to happen. I achieve what I achieve because I'm so used to flicky-do and it's not even funny. You guys are learning. So take the time to learn. Take the time to practice. Take the time for yourselves, guys. A lot of you are like, I have this, I have that going on. Sometimes you got to take a minute and take some time for yourself. Okay? You got to like kind of slow it down. The world is not going to end if you decide to take, you know, even if it's a half hour for yourself and slap some paint around. You don't have to finish a painting in an hour. You can work on a painting for a while. Joan takes her time. And Joan is, every painting, there's improvement. And that's the same with you. Like Tina B, I see improvement with you. But you want to rush and get it over with. And I don't know, like, do you enjoy painting? Because it seems like you're like, But you're still here after 2 years, so you must. Or 4 hours, right, Laura? So you guys, you don't have, you know, it's not a end-all, be-all, smack it out of the park, get it all done, keep up with Eve. You're not going to keep up with me, guys. Don't even try. Don't even put that kind of pressure on yourselves. It is not necessary. Eve is cruising because Eve wants to make her video an hour and a half or less so it can go on YouTube and people will actually hit the button to watch it. Because no one's going to, like I did Harry Potter's Castle, right? That video is 3 hours long. You know how, now Harry Potter's Castle is a very popular thing. You know how many hits that video has? 10. Because it's too long. So that's why I'm cruising. You guys don't have to cruise. And you could always watch the replay. That's all. Hey, that's okay. You'll make the time eventually. I have 6,000 things to do. So I understand. And you know how I get things done? I have like 20 projects all cruising at the same time. And you know what? I just do a little piece of each project. And then eventually the project's done. And then I have 20 more to deal with. So I understand. I mean, I don't do my original paintings, the ones that are available off the easel. I don't do those guys in one shot. They're usually about, thank you, Joan. They're usually about 2 to 3 nights that I work on it. I let it sit on the easel and then I come back in and I work on it. So I'm just saying, me doing this could be a little bit misleading. Like you have this bar to reach, right? Make your bars attainable, guys. Make your bars attainable. You're all at different levels. You're all learning. You're all doing amazing. You're all taking the time to do this for yourselves, which is perfect. That's why my motto is have fun and go create, because this is for you, right? It's for you, and you deserve it. We all deserve it. You deserve it. How about that? Don't argue with me mentally. You deserve it. That's all. All right. You got Eve getting all deep here because you're telling me to catch up mustard. All right. We got Debbie, Joan, Tina B, Laura, Cindy, Kimberly, Jean, Robert, Carolyn, Kelly, Lynn, Tina M, and Katie in the house. We got Joan popping 50-cent stars. Oh, yeah. 50 cent, 50 cent, 50 cent, 50 cent. I love it. It's amazing. That's so cool. All right. We're going to pop some trees in. I'm going to show you the details, and we're going to be all set. All right. And you're going to have everything you need to work on your owl, as long as it takes you to do. And just think, guys, I'm not going to be here the next 2 weeks. So you have 2 weeks to finish up all the paintings you started with me or didn't start or want to paint with me, because you got 2 weeks of no Eve. I know, you're going to miss me, right? It's going to be terrible. It's going to be absolutely awful. Okay, so trees, right? I'm going to take Tiny. I'm going to add water to my paint, right? Nice and loose and thin. You're not going to make a tree branch with thick, goopy paint. It's just not going to happen. Nice and loose and thin. Okay, and I am going to pick some piece of foliage somewhere, and I'm going to go to the edge of where the foliage meets, place my brush there, and swiggle do. And swiggle do. Okay, that's it. Then you can take Mr. Nifty and add the smaller branches. Right? Now, this tree over here is because Eve couldn't leave the painting alone. So that's how we get wound up with this gray tree over here. So I'm going to grab some white with that black. And the reason it's gray is so you can see it against the bigger tree. I'm going to pick a piece of my foliage of where there's a layer. Right there, that little white area right there. A little tuft right there. So I'm going to go above that. And pull. White and black. White and black, holding my brush back here, letting the wiggles happen, giving some control up, right? Press lighter as you get further up your branch. And then you're going to turn around and you're going to take Mr. Nifty, and you could add all the smaller branches to it. Right, so you just pull, you could press here, and as you get further along, you just release the pressure of your brush and like kind of pull your brush away as you're putting these in. So press and lift. Press. Okay. And then once you have these in place, you're going to take Mini-Me or Fluffy or whatever you want once they're dry, and you just come in and you dab the bottom just to hide it in the foliage. Whatever color you had there at the moment. And then the same with the branches that are coming out over here. Whatever color you had going on. You just dab around the base of the tree to hide where it's going into the plants, okay? And you take Mr. Nifty in the house, right? Some paint, right? Nice and loose and thin, and you pull along your branch and then pull outwards. Pull along the branch, pull outwards. Along the branch, pull outwards. Follow the branch, pull outwards. Alright? Okay, time to detail our owl. Alright, so I need a drink. Or 4 hours, or 5 hours, or 6 hours. Alright, so we're going to take Mini-Me, and where the body meets the branch, you're going to put your claws in. Alright, so where the body, and again, I'm doing this in a lighter color so you can see what I'm doing. So where the body meets the branch, alright, so you're going to put your branch back in. Put your branch back in. Alright. Gonna let that dry a minute so we can add our claws. Alright, I'm gonna swirl, tap, dab. On the wings was white flicky doos, just to highlight them. All of it, follow that curve. Follow that curve. Okay, follow that curve. Yeah, Lynn, I found this non-copyright lo-fi beats thing, and because I can't do regular music on Facebook because of copyright laws. So yeah, this seems to be like just a perfect little whatever. All right. You're going to highlight his tail feather. Alright, just like that. You're going to highlight the top of his ears. Alright. We're going to swirl, tap, dab our brush. We're going to grab white paint and we're going to put in his eyeballs. So those two angles that you made before. Put a dot, put a dot. Semicircle, semicircle. Fill and fix. Right, going from one eye to the other. Right, so you go from one eye to the other to make them even. If you paint one eye perfect and then go try to do the other eye, it's not going to match up. Okay? And then I'm going to take Tiny, and once your eyeball's dry, you can always go in and fix your line. Alright, so this line is dabs of black. Going around. And then you're going to do full flicks of white. Follow that curve. Everything is follow that curve. Everything is follow that curve. Okay, we're going to grab white paint and the beak. Swoop, swoop. Then we go in and paint our claws. Okay, 1 little bean, 2 little bean, 3 little bean, 4 little bean, 5 little bean, 6 little bean. Again, I'm doing this in a bright color so you can see what I did. You make these whatever color you want your owl claws to be. And then you're going to give him his nails, right? Shoop, 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 shoop. Okay. Then yellow paint. Once this dries, paint your eyeballs yellow. Right? Paint your beak, orangey, brownish color or whatever, and your claws. Like my claws and my beak are the same colors. So, these are the same colors. Right? I'm going to take Nifty. And I'm going to do some flicky-doos. In there. Fix the flicky-doos in here. Okay, take your small brush, fix all those things up. You take black, you outline the eye. Black and outline the eye. Black and make the eyeball. Again, go back and forth between your two. Now, granted, everything should be drying in between these steps. The white should be drying. The yellow should be drying. Everything should be drying before you do these extra steps, okay? And then when you're all said and done and everything's all dry, you can highlight your beak. And you put the dot in the eyeballs. And you will be all set with your owl. Okay, so that's everything you need to know to paint your owl. And whenever you get it done and get it taken care of and take the proper steps, letting it dry, taking your time to do it, fixing your shapes, right? All of that stuff is important, okay? I didn't do any of that because, again, time constraint. You guys don't have that. You can take your time to do that. Even if you put it down, come back tomorrow and put the white dots in the eyes. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. So, I love you all very much. Thank you so much for the stars tonight. You guys have been absolute rock stars. There's Venmo and PayPal. If you want to purchase the original owl off the easel, you will save $50. If you do send me support of $5 or more, Facebook message me your address and you will get your free brushes. Okay, replays are available on my YouTube channel, Eve's Creations Paint Party. Everything you need for merchandise, the brush sets, the shirts, the paint kits, merchandise on my website, links to my other social media on my website under linked, support on my website. Thank you, Christine, popping in late. How you doing, Christine? Support on the website. I know it's an extra button. You guys can handle it. If not, I did post the links for you in the feed. And I hope you all have an amazing next 2 weeks. I'm going to see you soon. I'm going to post in my story. If you guys don't know how to access my stories, if you see a ring around my profile picture on my page and you hit my profile picture, will pop up my videos of the stories. So the stories is where I'm putting butters. It's where I'm putting some of the art montages. It's where I'm putting a lot of those things. So if there's a blue ring around my profile picture on Facebook, that means there's a story and you could watch it by hitting my picture. Alright, guys. Joan coming in with the 50 cent. Thank you so much, Joan. Thank you so much, Tina M. Thank you so much. There was somebody else. Christine. Thank you guys so much for the support. It means a lot to me. And all of you. Y'all warm my heart. Y'all warm my heart. I love you very much. And I couldn't be able to do this without you guys. And I'm going to see you in 2 weeks. Alright? So everybody have a good night. I got stuff to do. Alright. Bye. Good night, everybody. Prayers and blessings for your husband, Tina M. Alright. Bye, guys.